You ever hear about someone walking out of jail just hours after a violent arrest? No cash bail, no accountability, no ankle monitor, just a promise to come back and behave. That's what a personal recognizance or PR bond is. And right now, that policy is failing West Texas in ways you wouldn't believe. Listen to just a handful of examples of how PR bond policy has failed its communities from 2020 to present. In El Paso, a 20-year-old man was arrested for murder. 7 days later, he was released on a PR bond, not because he was proven safe, but because the system said he might be. Months later, he was arrested again, drug charges this time, while still awaiting trial for murder. This isn't judicial mercy. This is PR bond policy failure in action. These policies are releasing people accused of dangerous crimes back in our neighborhoods, all over West Texas, El Paso, Marfa, Fort Stockton, Monahans, Alpine, Midland, and more. Why? Because policymakers decided to gamble with public safety.
Let's be clear. This isn't about isolated bad calls. This is policy at work, PR bond policy. In Midland, an 18-year-old was accused of killing a young father in a DUI hit and run. And just before a grand jury could indict him, the law forced his release. Why? Because prosecutors didn't file paperwork fast enough, so he walked. And not long after, he was caught street racing while still out on bond after having been accused of the death of the young father. Make it make sense. This isn't about isolated bad calls. This is policy at work, PR bond policy. In El Paso, a 37-year-old man was arrested for sexually abusing a child, repeatedly. He was released on a PR bond because of that same 90-day delay rule. By the time they found him again, he was trying to cross into Mexico. So what do we call this? Not an oversight, not a one-time mistake. That is a PR bond policy failure. And we're watching it happen over and over again.
After one tragedy too many, lawmakers finally passed Senate Bill 6, or SB 6, known as Caitlin's Law. It came too late for the young pregnant woman who was murdered by her abuser just hours after he was released on a PR bond for assaulting her. He killed her and her unborn child the same day he walked free. That's what it took to force reform. But even now, it's not enough. The man who killed Alex Bingham in Odessa, he was still able to walk on a bond. The child predator who nearly fled to Mexico, still released because the clock ran out. This isn't just about courtroom decision. This is about policy written in ink that costs people their lives. And yes, we've made progress. SB 6 was a step. So are SB 9 and SJR 87. But laws mean nothing without enforcement. And there are still people walking free on violent charges because the system says they can. This isn't just policy failure. It's failure to keep our communities safe. And it's time we fixed it.